Hey, what's happening, Chapman? It's your boy Auizy bringing us a brand new video today. Today is a very serious video. I want to let you guys know that right off the bat. It's nothing like my normal videos. It's just a very straight commentary, but I really want to bring you guys this video to let you guys know what's been going on with me and what happened yesterday. Yesterday was a very horrible and traumatic event and something I definitely will never forget. But first off, before I get into it, I want to thank you guys so much for clicking on the video and supporting me. I just appreciate you guys so much, and I want to make that clear. So thank you guys so much for clicking on this video, and let's get right into it. Okay, so as some of you may know, you may have seen on Twitter or the news, or you may not know yet, but my high school had a shooting yesterday, actually. Marysville Pilchuck High School in Washington State, we ended up having a shooting. And during this video, I really just want to explain what happened and just kind of get some things out of my chest, because in my opinion, this is kind of what YouTube is a good thing for, is to just be able to talk to you guys and get your feedback and just just hear what you guys have to say. I've already talked to my family and friends and everyone, and I'm doing good. To start it off, I guess I'm doing all right. It's a horrible thing that happened, but I'm doing okay. But anyways, I'm gonna give you guys kind of a play-by-play what happened. So basically, on Fridays, we have half days. We have a half day this entire year for Fridays. I don't know if that's the same where you guys are at. It's pretty crazy, to be honest with you. A half day on every Friday is pretty awesome. But anyways, we're heading to lunch. It's about 10:20 maybe. I'm walking to lunch. I end up getting to lunch, and I just sit down with some friends. I don't have as many friends at lunch on half days. Usually they're at second lunch because we have first and second. But they're usually at second lunch is usually where my main senior class and juniors and most of my friends are at second lunch, which I'm actually very thankful for that they were at at second lunch. But anyways, so I'm sitting down talking to friends. We end up just talking about a small incident that happened in the parking lot of our school where one person hit another or something like that. We were talking about something around that. And it's just all going good, and I'm just starting to eat, some snacks, because I don't usually eat that much on Fridays, half days, because we get out at 12:15, so I don't really eat that much on the day. But yeah, so it's all going good, and then we just started talking all that, and it's just a normal lunch, and then the next thing you know, we hear a really loud bang from in the cafeteria. It was really loud, and I don't know if you guys have ever heard about, when some people, some kids, like, blow up their lunch bags and then pop them. Sometimes that can be really loud. So at first, I'm pretty darn sure everybody, including myself, thought that that's what it was at first. But it was really loud, so I was thinking that's a really loud one, like, oh my goodness. But yeah, so the first shot went off, and it was complete silence for about a second. Everyone turns around, and then you just hear more and more gunshots going off. It was definitely a realization that this is not somebody blowing up a bag. This is somebody trying to kill people. And as soon as you heard more shots going off, everybody just ran for it. Luckily, where I was sitting, I was towards the back door of the cafeteria, and the shooter came in through the front. He came in through the front and actually sat down with his friends, which is it's just crazy. I'll talk more about that in a second. But so luckily, I had a really close exit. I'm thankful to God that I had a close exit. But once we heard more shots going off, everyone started screaming. They were running all over the place trying to find a spot to get out of there, run to all the exits. And I ran out the back door. It's crazy, though, because I was sitting with myself, 3 other girls, another guy. And I don't know if you guys are like me, but whenever you think of situations like this, you think, I'm going to be able to maybe not be the hero, but I'll be able to help people get out of there before I do. You're going to put them first. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, that was not the case. I basically ran for my life. Everyone ran for their life. It wasn't. No one has time. The first thing you think is, do not get hit. Don't get hit by the bullet. Do not get hit. Everybody just ran out the back door. It was absolutely crazy. At first, I couldn't believe this was actually happening because you always see this stuff kind of on the news, or you just see it in other states. You don't ever think it's going to happen at your school. You never think that. You think at your school, I'm safe here. I'm good. It's never going to happen here. I have nothing to worry about. Which is what I thought. That's what I thought. I was like, I don't think it's ever going to happen at MP, especially while I'm not there. I thought it might happen sometime in my lifetime, but I didn't think it was going to happen during my high school time, especially my senior year. I was thinking, oh, I'm fine. I got one more year, which my senior year is going good. But it's just, it's just crazy to think that this actually happened yesterday. But anyways, back to the story. I'm kind of getting off track. Basically, I ran out the doors, and it's just, it was definitely different than what I thought I was going to do. I thought I was going to be able to, push the girls out first, get them out, and then run. And I'm not saying I pushed them out of the way to get out, but it just wasn't like I was protecting them. It was more like I need to protect myself, which is just, I hate that. I hate thinking about that. The girls were fine, by the way. They were two of my friends, and we made it out just fine. And I love them very much. They're good friends. But anyway, so it's just a weird feeling, thinking about what you would do in a situation, but when it actually happens, it's nothing like that. But anyway, so I ran out the back doors, and we have an NJRTC room kind of close to the lunchroom. It's kind of across campus, so I thought that'd probably be the best spot to go, was to the NJRTC room for sure, especially with the chief there and everyone. So I ran over there. I made sure that I grabbed, whoever I can get and get them in there. And it was just, it was really crazy when you first get in there. The chief's like, come on, get in. And we're running for our lives. And as I'm running over there, and as I'm getting in the building, I was thinking to myself, what if, I have a lot of different, the way I think, I'm getting ahead of myself, the way I think is, very, I think it's a gift, to be honest. I know a lot of other people will probably think like this too, but as I was running, across the campus, I was thinking there could be easily more than one gunman. I don't know who, the person is, if they're old, if they're young, if they're still in the cafeteria. You don't know any of that information. So as you're running, you don't. I was thinking about all this stuff as I was running to the NJRTC room, but it's just my mind was going all over the place. So I made it into the NJRTC room. I grabbed two of my friends, and I could tell they were really kind of shaken up about it. I was surprisingly calm, besides the adrenaline rush, obviously, but I was very calm, and I was able to comfort them as we ran to the NJRTC room and made it in there. We ended up sitting in a corner. I didn't really like where we were sitting, though, because I was still thinking the gunman could be anywhere. He could be running around outside the campus. He could be, coming into the doorways as we speak, I was thinking about all the scenarios. I asked the chief as she, ran by to make sure she get all the kids in as she could, if she locked the doors. And I was trying to be as proactive as possible and try to protect ourselves, obviously. I was, I'm not dying today. But yeah, so I was just, I was kind of happy I was even there, to be honest. I know it sounds really weird, but I was able to comfort people. I was able to comfort my friends in that time when they needed me, when they needed me the most, and it just was really great. I was just very thankful for that. But then we got moved to another room in the NJRTC building, which I was also pretty happy about, because the NJRTC building is all brick, so I felt the most secure in there. And it's just, running to the building was like, I don't know, it felt like we were running from zombies. to say the least. Especially when we were all piling out the back door. It was very surreal, and it was like, it was just like we were being attacked by zombies in this apocalypse or something. I don't know. That's the best way I can describe it, because everyone's screaming, running, and it was just crazy. Like, I can still just hear everything now, and it's just, it was horrible. But yeah, it was a very crazy experience. But anyways, we're in the NJRTC room. We're all good. We were just waiting. They announced that this is a lockdown. There's a shooter on campus, obviously. But that's for all the other kids that didn't have lunch at that time. A couple minutes in, probably like 10, 15 minutes, which isn't really a couple, but good while in, the police ended up coming to our building. They probably already swept a bunch of other buildings, but they came to ours, and the chief made sure it was, actually the police, not the gunmen. But the police came in and they checked the whole building. There was like a group of 4, AR-15s, all that stuff. Once I saw the police officers, honestly, I felt a lot more safe. They had all put our hands up in the air, make sure the guy wasn't hiding there or something, crazy like that. But yeah, it was crazy. They swept the whole building, and then they had us all leave the campus perimeter and go and sit down. Like, there's like this little gate area on the side of the campus. There's like a little gate where people usually come in from a small neighborhood so they can go to school. We all went out through that. We went shoulder to shoulder and a big group. And as I walked back out of the NJRTC building, I immediately started looking everywhere I could possibly look. They had 2 officers there looking both directions, making sure we're okay. But it was very, like my instincts kicked in, and I was just like, I'm looking everywhere, I want to be proactive. Like I said, I do not plan on getting shot today. And at this time, I didn't know what was still going on, if the guy was still running around, so I was just like, okay, we're going right now, okay. The officer's was like, go, 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 go. So we ran out, and we waited out there in the neighborhood for a little while. The police were all there, and you see the helicopters flying all over us, or all above us, with the news and everything. And but yeah, so we're out in the neighborhood, and we see the helicopters all above us. And we end up seeing a bunch of hospital helicopters flying over us as well, back and forth, which is never a good sign. But yeah, and then eventually we do end up going back onto campus, and then we end up getting onto some buses, and we went to a zone and got picked up our family, and it was a very crazy experience. It wasn't something, like, as I think of it now, it doesn't feel like it happened yesterday. That's especially how I felt when it happened, like a couple hours after. My mom and dad, I guess that's shock. In quotations, I've never felt shock before. Never been in shock. I thought being in shock would be a lot different. I don't know if this is even shock. I feel like it didn't even happen yesterday, but then when I think about it, I can still hear the gunshots and all the screaming. And it was just a very scary time. But I remain calm, and I'm just thankful that I was able to comfort a lot of people and pray over people. There's this one friend of mine whose brother was still unaccounted for, and we didn't know who got hit or what's the casualties and all that. So I was able to pray for him for a good 5 minutes, and then we ended up going back out. We ended up going to a church that was near the school to get picked up by parents. We ended up going out to sign out, and he sees his brother come running in and gives him a big ol' hug, and that was definitely a positive to this whole thing, if you could find any positives. Was definitely seeing him, reunite with his younger brother, was definitely just something really great to see, and it was just, honestly, I don't know, it was a weird experience. I don't want anybody to go through it. I hope you guys never go through this. This is honestly one of the worst things I've ever gone through. Just knowing that that a freshman who was the shooter, by the way, a freshman, shot people over a breakup, and just, I don't know the whole story, but shot some people, took out his anger and his rage over a bunch of other people, and ended up killing one, and has definitely seriously injured a lot more people, 4 other people. I pray for the families who went through all this. This is honestly the worst thing I could possibly think of for a family to go through, is to know that your child is in critical condition, or that your child is no longer here with us, because somebody took out his anger and rage over a breakup. Honestly, it is the most selfish act of violence I could think of, is to just kill innocent people. I'm just fortunate I got out of there, and I don't wish this upon anybody, but I just wanted to let you guys know. We're already coming up to 18 minutes. This is going by quick. I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm okay. I didn't get, I'm not injured. I'm okay mentally. I'm alright. It's definitely a traumatic experience, but I'm okay. I'm good. So, because of what happened, I don't have school next week. So I'm just gonna try to just focus on what I love, which is YouTube, and just support my friends and family. And I will try to just kind of get my mind off it and make YouTube videos. That's what I really want to do. That's what I'm thinking of right now, is making YouTube videos. I really don't want to think about this whole thing. I don't mind thinking about it, because it happened. I'm not gonna try to pretend it didn't happen. But I just I don't want to think about it all the time. Who wants to think about freshmen being killed, and their high school careers haven't even started. I don't understand how someone can do this. I don't care how much problem you have in your life. The kid wasn't even, the stereotypical outsider or loner. He was a pretty popular kid, played football, had a lot of friends. I just don't understand how you can end people's lives like this, especially when they're so young. It's bad enough if it was just anybody, like staff, seniors, juniors, any of that, but a freshman, first year of high school, like, are you serious? I just don't understand how you can do that, but I just want to let you guys know again that I'm okay. If you guys want to show your support to the whole situation, you guys can use the hashtag #PrayForPilchuck. I really would appreciate you guys' prayers, and let me know in the comments, if you guys can relate to this, or if you guys want to say anything, let me know. Also, I just want to say how grateful I am to still be here today, and still be able to make videos for you guys. We're almost 200 subscribers. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much for that. There's another thing is a little bit off the topic. I'm gonna transition a little bit here. If you guys want to give me questions for the hashtag Auizy200 Q&A, I'll put something on the screen right now, but just follow those directions, and send me some questions. I would really love to hear questions about anything, about next Call of Duty, about my life, maybe even about this event. I don't mind talking about it, as I'm talking about right now, or maybe even just about anything. Just send me some questions. I have my Twitter, which will be on the screen right now. But yeah, so I just wanted to make this quick. Well, not really quick. It's 20 minutes. If you guys are still here, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for listening to this. This is a pretty traumatic event in my life, but I know I'll be able to take something away from this, and I'll be able to relate this to other people. And I think it's definitely something that my school will get through. We just have to be strong and and just definitely mourn the people who are no longer with us. Yeah, thank you guys again so much for listening, especially to this point. I love you guys again very much. Appreciate all the support, and yeah, I'll be able to hopefully make a lot of videos for you guys during this week, since I don't have school, which, I mean, I just I want to get my mind off this, So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. It's the majority of it. Again, if you have any more questions, let me know in the comments, and/or send me a question for the Q&A. We are getting close to 200 subscribers. And yeah, I hope you guys have a tremendous day. Do me a favor and hug your parents a little tighter. Your parents, your guardians, your friends, everyone, anyone that you know, because I mean, not to sound cliche, but you don't know when your last day is gonna be. You don't know what's gonna happen that day. It was just a normal day of going to eat lunch, and this happened. So thank you guys so much again for listening, and I hope you guys have a great Saturday, or a great Sunday, depending on when I release this. Yeah, again, I love you guys very much, and I hope you guys stay safe and have a great day. So, it's been your boy Auizy. I'm signing out. Peace.